Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of Iron, Dust, and Blood. It's been it's been a minute since we were here with this cast playing this here game. So we'll do a quick recap here in just a moment. But first up, we are playing the Call of Cthulhu Down Darker Trails module here, or setting, I guess it is. And Call of Cthulhu is a an eldritch horror game, so we'll be dealing with um, some horrific themes here, and people may die and or be converted into mindless slaves to the elder gods. If at any point our cast feels uncomfortable or anything like that, they have full license to message me. We have a series of very elaborate in the background um, policies with which we can, I don't know. I'm trying, but I'm out of juice.
Lines and
Um,
veils.
yeah, there we go. Lines and veils, and we will take all precautions to keep our cast safe. So don't you worry. Um, let's do a quick around the room to the cast here. So tell us who you are and who you're playing this evening. Let's start with Mags Monroe down in the bottom right corner of the overlay.
Well, hello there. I am Emily Floyd. I am playing the character of Miss Mags Magnesium Monroe, sister to the beautiful Maybell, skeptic to all men everywhere, and a lover of things that explode.
Both great things. Let's travel up north to Mr. Ulrich Wolf.
Hey everybody, I'm Lord Fancy. I play Ulrich Wolf, the bounty hunter who's been swept up into this madness. He's trying to make sense of all of it, but along the way, he's hoping to find the right justice in the right places.
And true love.
And true love.
Always.
This is actually a romance story.
Yeah.
We
It's actually a
haven't
musical.
introduced it. Oh yes, all musical numbers are done off camera, in between episodes.
For your safety.
For yours, so that you don't succumb to the madness that is that particular eldritch horror. And next up we have Sheriff. Sheriff, can we still call you Sheriff? Dallas
Yes.
Rex.
In fact, I prefer it. Hey everybody, my name is Mason Dula, and I am playing Sheriff Dallas Rex this evening. And I wore my dinosaur shirt a little too late because I think we're not doing that anymore, but who knows?
Who knows? And last but not least, Ms. Maybell Monroe.
Yes, hello. Hello. I don't know if I still am Miss Maybell Monroe. I'm unconscious, probably brain damaged at this point. But I'm Diana D'Amico, and I was the artist previously known as Maybell Monroe, sister to Mags, friend to all. That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's powerful.
First of her name.
First of her name.
First of my name.
So we've had a few references to past things, like dinosaurs and head injuries, and we'll get to those in just a moment. Just a few more housekeeping items. I would like to drop a link here that has the whoops. You guys know that's the wrong link.
Yeah,
I
they're
copied and
here
pasted.
already.
Hi everybody.
That's strange.
Welcome.
What an odd choice.
Go check it out. Here we go. There, that link. That's our link tree. It has links to everything that we do, all of our socials, our YouTube, our Facebook, as well as our Ko-Fi, which all of the proceeds from the Ko-Fi go to our lovely cast here. So if you like the things that you are seeing and you want to support these fantastic folks that are giving up their time to help bring this story to life, that is where you can help support this cast.
We have to pay our friends to hang out with us. So we need your help to make that happen.
Lies.
Well, we feel
Like
bad.
also, yeah, did the Kofi thing, but like I'll obviously hang out with my special friends, whether there is financial incentive or no.
Is it
It feels
Kofi or
weird to say
Ko-Fi?
that.
Kofi? Is that how you're supposed to
It's
say
like
it?
coffee, right? Like you're buying someone coffee.
Oh.
It looks
it?
like it should be Ko-Fi to me, but I know
always
it's
say
not.
Ko-Fi,
I steer it as
it's on the
Ko-Fi, but
internet,
it's
so
it's coffee.
It's Schrodinger's pronunciation.
Well,
It's like a GIF or a GIF. Who knows what's right?
No,
Well,
shut
GIF
up.
is
One's-
correct.
One's
that
peanut butter.
been thoroughly
Um,
debunked.
okay. That's a dangerous path to go down. We're going to abruptly change
You
subject.
said this was a horror game, so I'm
It's-
just
yes,
trying to keep it
bringing-
scary.
No,
Emily's
that's
on
that's
brand.
World of Darkness where the personal horror comes into play. This is Eldritch horror, which may be personal. Tonight things are going to get deadly. I know I said that last time, and you guys just rolled like gods, except towards the end when an errant stick of dynamite may or may not have blown up Maybelle Monroe,
No,
at
it
least
did.
partially.
That's what happened.
It did. Last time we met, our investigators escaped a land outside of time where they fought dinosaurs and prehistoric peoples of varieties, and were dubbed as help friends, not hurt friends, which is a very important distinction. And they finally brought the friend rock back to its proper place and placed it upon the pedestal and were transported with most of their belongings, including Gatlin Horse, which we can't forget, poor Gatlin Horse, and several of their other horses, back to what they presume is their world, right into the middle of a snowstorm. And there was a shadowy figure approaching, and that is where we are going to rejoin our investigators. My dog just came in and rudely opened the door, and I have to go close it so that the puppy does not escape. Well, she seems content. Okay, sorry. So you all were just in a sweltering jungle, and in a moment, in a flash of light, you are transported to a cold snowstorm. It slaps you in the face, with the stinging cold and the driving wind, and there's a shadowy, lumbering figure approaching you.
I'm still unconscious, right? Just to be clear.
I believe Mason or Sheriff, if I'm not mistaken, you used some magic that brought her back from the brink.
Yeah, I think she was still very much leaning on me and or Maybelle. Or Mags.
But I believe you are conscious at the very least.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, there's an important note here, that the healing is not permanent, that was bestowed upon you. It gave you enough go juice to get you potentially somewhere safe. The shadowy figure coming out of the semi-darkness around you looms larger as it comes closer. It looks like a furry outline as it steps closer and closer.
I'm gonna draw my gun.
I protectively Maybelle, are you standing? Are we holding you? You're like leaning on us, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like kind of protectively shift to like cover Maybelle as the figure approaches.
Yeah, I've got hands on my weapon. Is it humanoid sized or?
It's it is definitely seems larger than you, at least bulkier.
Or I've got my hand on my pistol, but I'm not gonna draw it yet.
And out of the wind swept into your field of vision steps a large, fur-covered man. It's a normal-looking-ish man that has bundled up in furs, and he peers through at you and shields his eyes and goes, What in tarnation are you all doing out here? Where did you come from?
That's a great question, old man.
We were just out for a walk. Perhaps you can get us to some shelter?
Who takes a walk in the middle of winter?
That's
Come
what I
on,
said, but
follow me.
Dallas, it's so cold.
Oh boy.
yeah, we're gonna be taken care of soon. The crazy snowman's gonna take care of us.
Just follow me. I'll show you where to go.
I think.
Great. This is sure to go perfectly fine.
Where are we?
We're getting someplace to rest. That's all.
Bundle up close. Keep them horses close. You don't want to lose sight of them. They'll be gone in an instant if they get more than 3 feet ahead of you. Come on now, grab a hold of my back.
Rein in one hand and Harry back in the other.
Yeah, you sink your hands into the fur that's on his back. It's thick, it feels warm, and it's also a little greasy.
Expected.
Yeah. You all walk in the cold for about 15-20 minutes with, it's hard to tell. You lose track of time as the wind whips in and out of your clothes, biting all the way through to the bone. You all are absolutely freezing at this point, just shivering to your very core. The horses are following you reluctantly. They sort of pull back whenever a big gust of wind pulls on them. Who is handling said horses right now? I believe you had 4 when we came out.
Well, one of us can't.
You do not want it to be me. I'll just
Yes,
say that
and
much.
in my head, I feel like Mags would be a bad pick. I guess
Yeah, she would be.
I'll do it.
I've got at least one.
Okay, and you could
Yeah.
do like a pack horse thing, or whatever it's called, pack train, horse train,
Gatling horse.
Gatlin
train.
horse.
Cousin
Horse
to Gatlin
train.
horse.
Gatlin horse train. Go ahead and give me a animal handling there, Sheriff Rex.
Well, let's see. 5%. No. Nah. That's a fail.
The horses rear and buck against you, and I will give one other person, whoever it may be, the opportunity to assist Sheriff Rex real quick to see if he can wrangle these horses before they bolt into the snow.
Who has animal handling at all?
Would it have been reasonable to say that, rather than Mags or Dallas having to help Maybell through the snow, that they kind of stuck her on a horse or put her between 2 horses or something?
That's reasonable, yeah. If you all would have put her on a horse, this becomes deadlier at this point.
Cool. Yeah, no, listen, I'm not good
I shoot the horse.
I'm not good with animals, but I am good with rope.
Okay.
Could ride possibly have applied to this?
No, because you're walking at this point. You're leading the horses. For the sake of all concerned, we're gonna say Lord Fancy has Gatlin horse right now.
Okay.
He's the only important horse. It's okay.
Well, you're on one right now, so
Well, no, I said, would it be reasonable?
No, no, we decided not to do that.
Okay,
We
all right.
decided that's not the
Because you
thing we
basically
did.
told me I'd die if we did that. Justice doesn't like me, you guys. He's trying to kill me.
false.
The makings of a happy life
Um,
together.
So you tell me, Mags, how you would like to assist. If you want to use rope, strength, animal
Tell
handling.
me exactly what is going wrong.
So you have 3 horses and a train, and they just got spooked by the wind, and they are trying to bolt.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wrangle them with a rope
Okay,
because I'm really good with a rope.
so you got them rope skills. Okay, give me a rope roll. Roll for rope.
I'm gonna push that roll. Just gonna push it.
Are you pushing it real good?
Yeah, that's a success.
All right.
Like
You use
just
your salt and pepper to
barely.
get that?
Yeah.
How did you push?
I used the pepper, not the salt. Basically, like as I see the horses kind of getting out of line, I try to. I think I'm gonna be cool and like wrangle them like with a lasso. But what actually ends up happening is that my aim is off for the lasso. I pull it back kind of reflexively, and the rope kind of tangles up to enough to like trip them so that they get confused and kind of like do that thing that horses do where they like stall in place, like, okay, all right, we're not going anywhere.
Perfect. So you get the horses back under control, and continue following Lord Fancy, who has got his neat fingers deep in this prospector's fur. I regret everything I just said. And he leads you to sort of a box canyon that looks like it ends on one end, and you travel down into it. And as soon as you get below the lip, the wind ceases, and it's just this downpour of snow. And in the canyon, you see 3 buildings. You see one that is right up against the canyon wall. It looks like it's a fairly good size. It's maybe 20 feet by 20 feet ish. And there is smoke coming out of a chimney. On either side of that, or on the right side of that, there is a smaller looking building that looks like it might be a stable of some sort. And then about 100 feet away into the further end of the canyon is a building that's sort of half buried, like a sod prairie establishment, but it's there's steps leading down. They're all covered in snow, but this one is at least partially buried underground. And he heads towards the main 20 by 20 building that's up against the canyon wall. And he goes, "Come on, bring them horses on in here. We can stead them up in the stable."
All right, I do so.
He leads you into the stable, and there looks like there's plenty of feed here. There's bags of oats and hay, but there's no other horses or mules or anything like that. And it doesn't smell like there's been horses here for a while, at the very least. But it's warm enough. It's well built with sod and wood. And there's plenty of blankets that you can put over your horses as well. So you get the feeling that they will be warm enough. But he actually shoos you all in because you are very cold by this point. He says, "You all go on into the cabin there and warm up by the fire. I'll go ahead and take care of all your horses."
What kind of read do we get on this guy? Is it like, oh, I just found 4 snacks out in the storm, cannibal kind of vibe, or is it like what are we feeling?
Anybody that would like to give me psychology, but do so at a disadvantage because you are freezing cold. He is yelling at you over the storm. You might have an opportunity to reassess this later.
Yeah, I failed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Okay, let's see. Nope.
I was close.
Yeah,
I was
no.
close, but I failed.
Not even close.
I got it on my second roll.
Me
Yeah,
too.
To be honest, you are all too cold at this moment to really think about much besides warming up. The wind is biting right through your skin. Do you all proceed to said cabin?
Oh yeah, I want to get warm, dude.
As you enter the cabin, I can't imagine what you were expecting, but I dare say this exceeds said expectations. It is very well appointed to be presumably in the middle of nowhere. As you enter, on the right side, over in the corner, is a large potbelly cast iron stove that is giving off. It's got a chimney going out the side of the building, and it is giving off an ample amount of heat. There are 4 bunk beds along the right side in sort of a 2x2. So it's building. The stove is down here. The bunk beds are up here. So a total of 8 beds. On the left side, there are shelves that have plenty of or apparently plenty of stores, dried goods. There's a writing desk with a trunk next to it. And there's sort of a stack of tools and other supplies in the other corner. Some pickaxes, some coils of rope, things of that nature. And then on the far wall, opposite of the front door, there is another door. It's a large double door that looks like it leads directly into the mountain.
Is maybe not crazy guy inside yet, or is he still outside?
He is still outside for the time being.
This is an awfully fine place for wherever the hell we are.
I'm gonna go to the boiler and just start warming my hands.
If I look around, do I see anything out of the ordinary, or does it feel like we're on, in fact, Earth? Like, do I see any like cult-related paraphernalia, dinosaurs in the corner, like anything?
Nothing immediately strikes you as unusual, except for the fact that it's nice. There's no, like, the cabin itself is well built. There's no wind whipping through the cracks or anything like that.
Is there any dynamite anywhere?
There's not. Not immediately.
Listen, I had to check.
Hold on, let me try. Is there any dynamite anywhere?
I'm gonna guess that you all didn't just leave me out in the cold and in fact helped me come inside.
Yes, absolutely.
If that's the case, Mabel is gonna immediately go over by the stove where it's warmer, and she's gonna sort of lay down.
On the floor or one of the beds?
On the floor, if I could. I mean, I'm assuming the bed is further away from the fire, so it wouldn't be as warm.
Okay. One of the beds does look like it's been slept in. One of the bottom bunks.
Oh, I definitely don't go there.
What month was it when we disappeared?
That is a fantastic question, and it was October.
We can't have been gone
October.
long enough for this to kick up. It was only a few days.
I guess that depends on where we are.
Certainly does.
And where are we?
Are there any maps? Anything?
Signs.
You are here, 440 miles to Albuquerque. Not immediately apparent. There looks like there's a crudely drawn map on the far wall next to that second door, but it looks like a map of what is beyond that door, not a map of the area.
What does it look like is beyond that door?
It looks like it might be a mine shaft of some sort.
Okay, so it doesn't like say like a particular type of mine or. Okay.
Not on anything that's just lying out.
Okay.
And is there like a calendar on the wall by any chance? I
Like a
don't
pin,
know.
like a pinup calendar. Maybe he's like one of those guys. Seems like it.
About this time, the door swings open. There's a blast of cold air and snow, and in walks the gentleman that was previously guiding you. Now, what in tarnation are you all doing out there in a blizzard like this?
That's a fine question, but we actually have quite a lot of questions for you that we could not glean from this here room.
Well, hey, you know what? We'll warm up. Let's get some water boiling here. And he goes over near the desk where you didn't notice before because I didn't describe it. There's actually a hand pump, and he pumps up some water there, puts it in a pot, and throws it on the stove and starts boiling it. Hey, well, now this is very unusual. I wasn't expecting to see nobody out there. Old Albin been up here all by himself for nigh on 6 months or so.
And where is here?
Why, you have stumbled upon the Bay Street Investment Company's finest silver mine in these here parts.
Does that name ring any bells?
None of you are from the West Coast, are you?
No, sir.
Never been.
Where Specifically is that located?
Well, you are in the fine state of Colorado. Wait, hold please. I'm sorry. I might have messed that up. I wrote down a city, but not a state.
You're the
Colorado's
storyteller.
not
You
a
get to
city,
choose.
Justice.
A city in Colorado.
Oh, no, okay. You all left Big Springs, Nebraska, and you were headed for the northern line. So you're in the fine state of Nebraska. It's about a 14-day ride to Cheyenne from here, and about a 4-day ride to the town of Scottsbluff.
Do you know when we are?
I'm sorry, that question is kind of strange, even for someone like me.
What year are we in?
Why, it's the good Lord's 1868. You almost made it just in time for Christmas. I reckon by my time, we got a couple more days, and then it's Christmas time. What a present! I won't be alone for Christmas.
Christmas?
Hot damn!
Sorry, what is your name?
Oh, wow, I'm sorry. My name is Albin. Albin Porowski.
Stinky Pete.
Alvin, anything weird happen in the past couple months?
Why, I don't reckon so. What do you mean by weird?
I don't know, people walking in out of the cold, maybe.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I don't know how you made it this far out with only the 4 horses and not even a coat amongst yourself.
Yeah, pretty impressive, right? So nothing weirder than that, I would assume.
No, I don't reckon so.
What's over there? And I'll point to the double doors.
Oh, why that's my shaft. Oh, my mine shaft. Now, don't you be going messing around in there. Albin is very forgiving, and I come on in here and I share my things with you, but don't you go stealing my silver.
Why are you alone out here, Albin?
Well, the shares go further when you're alone.
Have you always been alone out here? Did you have friends with you? Family?
I know when I came across this place here, it was abandoned and empty. I did have a mule, but the mule done run off. I figure once I scrape some silver out of these hills, it won't matter none. I'll walk my butt to Scotts Bluff and I get me a new mule.
Alvin, how are you feeding yourself out here?
Well,
In the
I
middle
got
of the
plenty
snowstorm?
stores. Look at all them stores. Here, let's put some beans on the board.
Mm.
And you look over on the shelves, and there's plenty of canned goods. It looks like there's some peaches and some flour, some beans, plenty of beans.
So it looks as though he's looted the entire area and just set up in this main building.
That's kind of a rude assumption.
I was gonna ask you, Alvin. Where are the folks that belong in these other beds?
Oh, I don't know. I don't reckon there was anybody here. When I come along, like I said, it was empty.
You think that they built a secluded mine and outfitted it with all this stuff and then just abandoned it?
When the good Lord hands you a present, I don't ask many questions. Now, would you? It's a rich mine. I mean, there's not anything in here that you need to worry about.
Hey, Alvin, do you have any more fancy cloaks and warm weather gear?
Oh, why, sure. I reckon there's some blankets around here. And he goes and rustles under one of the beds and pulls out a chest, and there's some blankets. No, nothing like the fur that he has on, but
Are there any other closets or anything, or anything where there might be coats hanging or anything like that, or racks?
Yeah, there's a trunk at the foot of each of the bunk beds.
I'm gonna start going through those.
What are you doing? You just walk into someone's home and start going through all the clothes and stuff?
You said
Isn't
it
that what
wasn't
you did?
yours.
It's mine by rights.
Well, that makes it ours by rights.
Finders keepers.
No, but they're mine.
Well,
And
did you
I
look through
found
this
it.
chest yet? Because it looks to me like I found it. If this stuff's still in here.
Y'all are being awfully rude, considering I saved your butts out of the cold.
Hey,
You know what? You go ahead and look through them chests. There's nothing in there but some old garments.
Ulrich, can you come here a sec?
Maybell is slowly
Approach.
nodding off.
I'm like watching you nod off, and every now and then just kind of giving you a little shake because I don't think you should sleep right now.
Ulrich is you're a little bit better at dealing with the elements, I think, than I am. Is there any way we could get out of here? I don't know, in the next soon hour.
Even if we bundled ourselves the best we could and brought enough provisions for the travel, I think the weather out there is non-permitting a 14-day journey.
Well, I just don't know about you, but I don't know what kind of company builds a place like this and then just often leaves it.
Yeah, there's probably something going down here, but for the time being, we've been placed here, so we might as well make the best of what we've got at the moment.
Well, I think we should, if you hadn't already thought of it, I think we should take shifts tonight.
Oh, I agree.
I'm gonna just try and gather up any warm clothes and things, just so that we have them nearby in case we do need to make an exit, but need to be bundled up.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you go through the chests, you notice, like you said, it's mostly workers' clothes. So some heavy pants, canvas pants, and overalls and linen shirts. As you get, there are 4 total chests, one for each of the bunk bed. You get to the one in the back right corner. There's a noticeable quality increase in the quality of the clothes. They're not so much working clothes as I guess business clothes-ish, something that somebody that is more of a business person rather than a laborer would wear. And uh, are you going through all the chests?
Yeah, I would. I would also be keeping an eye out. Like, are there any personal effects, journals, or anything that got left in here that it's like you would have taken this with you?
Nope. These chests are only closed. Maybe a pocket knife or something in one of them, but just um, everyday type stuff until you get
Gotcha.
to the one. And inside there, you do find a pocket watch. A nice one, gold with the initials JW on the back.
I mean, if guy's not looking, I probably will grab that.
Roll me stealth, but he is kind of puttering around. He's poured you all some coffee from the boiling water.
Ooh.
Could I? Well, stealth and sleight of hand are the same for me. Never mind.
Okay, so yeah, either one would work.
Is
Um,
oh sorry. I was gonna
regular
help try and
success. Oh yeah, or better if that happens, maybe.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I know that when we left the Valley of Time, I was fairly bedraggled,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fairly obvious that I needed medical attention pretty desperately. Is that still the case right now?
So the bleeding had been stopped. Actually, I think you just had some bleeding coming out of your ears because it was a head injury of some sort. And
I also tore off most of my clothing. Like,
yeah, you most of your petticoats, right? You were. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bunch of Discord notifications. I'm trying to figure out how to mute it because it's very distracting. I'll just ignore it. And the healing that Sheriff Rex had done on you lasts about 3 hours, I believe. Does that sound right, Sheriff Rex?
I would have to look.
So for the time being, you were brought back up to full health. You were still a little dazed, but as far as your actual physical health goes, you were doing okay.
but do I look like garbage?
You all look a little rough. You've been living in the jungle for 2 days.
You know, I feel like that would be one of my first questions meeting a group of strangers who just appeared out of nowhere in this snowy land. So, especially if my dumb sister keeps poking me to keep me awake, I will almost as an accusation probably turn on Mr. Albin. How come you aren't asking more questions?
Well, I asked you questions. You all asked me questions, and I didn't want to pry none, but I figure it's awfully strange that you show up in the middle of a snowstorm, but my mama taught me good, so I'm making sure you're all taken care of first.
You aren't asking about the blood or the torn clothes. I don't know why I'm using this accent. It's not the right one for this game.
Has he heard her
fallen
talk
into
yet?
my
Maybe
follow.
she's faking him out.
Yeah, I've been
the
hit
head
on the
wound-
head. I
head
can use
wound.
whatever accent I want. But I'll like. I don't
Look.
want to say that I start arguing with him, but my method of communication right now is probably very aggressive. And I don't know Albin, but that's probably gonna be distracting.
Yeah.
I'd ask to roll charm, but this is the opposite of charm.
Roll for confrontation.
Roll for rude.
Roll for rude. You have no problems pocketing the pocket watch.
I'm gonna hand him the pocket knife as well.
Well, folks show up in the middle of a snowstorm in the middle of nowhere. I reckon there's probably a story behind it. So blood and rough shape is only is to be expected.
We could be murderers. You just let us into your home?
At that, he sort of shakes his bear cloak and pulls it off with one hand and reveals that he's been holding a double barrel 12 gauge shotgun the entire time.
Cool,
And says,
cool.
Reckon if you had harm intent, I reckon I'd be putting up a fight.
You're not a demon. I'm not afraid of you. And I'll try and lay back down.
Demon? No, I follow the
Shadow
good
demon
Lord.
with like claws and teeth.
Look, is she all right?
No, she's
No.
not. But she will be.
I think you need to lay down a little bit. I don't have any laudanum or anything to offer you. I apologize. But, yeah, maybe some coffee would do you good. Does me good.
Papa says I'm too young to drink coffee.
Belly.
Mm.
Papa's not around anymore.
Where is he?
What?
He's not here. Where is he?
Belly, look at me. Look me in the eye.
It hurts to keep him open.
I know, but I need you to look at me and understand something. Daddy's gone.
What do you mean?
He's dead. You and I both saw him. He's dead. He's gone. That's why we're here. Why do you think we're here?
You all run into a bit of trouble? Maybe some bandits, they kill your papa?
Something like that. Rex, you got any more of that, are you capable of assisting?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Max, when are we going home?
With
It's cold
Belly?
here.
If you got any more.
I can't push too far, or I'm not gonna be able to do it much longer, I think.
Y'all got laudanum? You holding out on me? Man invites you into his cabin, you hide your laudanum?
No,
No.
I don't.
Are there like rags, washcloths?
Yeah, there's a stack of well-used rough rags over near the mining supplies in the corner. What's your intent? Because there's also the t-shirts and the sponge shirts and canvas clothes and things like that all seem relatively clean, except for maybe a little dusty.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab some clean cloth and wet it, and put it like outside the door, just for a minute or so, so that we can put it on Maybelle's forehead.
Now keep that door closed. You let out all our heat.
Yep, only a minute. Maybelle, perhaps it'd be best if you relax your head. I know things are probably still spinning. Just let them settle.
We gotta go home first.
Well, we're a long way off from there.
Justice, did we actually diagnose that she had a concussion, or just that, like, it was a brain jostling?
A brain jostling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
my
any of
name
you are.
is Maybelle.
I don't think any of you all are qualified enough to fully diagnose what's going on. But she definitely got her bell rung, as it were.
Her belly rung, you know what I
Her
mean?
belly rung. No, that's different.
Got her. Shit.
That's what I get for having cake for dinner. judgment. I can feel it.
No, I wish I had cake.
Yeah. If Ulrich is, she's not gonna move unless someone makes her move at this point. So like if someone were to help her up and lead her over to one of the cots, she'd probably pass out immediately. But Mags was trying to keep her awake, so.
I fear that their concussion that we don't know she has, but
Nothing will go wrong.
Feel free to speak up. At this moment, Ulrich is walking up to get Mags to just, or Maybell to just go lay down for a minute.
do you think that's wise? The girl can't even remember the death of her father. I don't know if sleeping right now is the best call. Clearly she's messed up in the head.
I
Yeah,
think we're gonna be here a while. How long you want her to stay up?
I don't know, I'm scared.
It's not a good situation either way.
is there any alcohol about?
I have a flask.
And there's a couple of crocks that look like they may or may not contain some distilled beverages of
I
some
hear
sort.
moonshine really helps for traumatic brain injuries.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Drinking is
for. Yeah.
usually the way you fix it.
Mm.
Yeah, thin the blood. Albin sort of putters around the cabin for a little while. He hangs up his robe, his bearskin jacket, and he says, "All right, well, I gotta get some rest. I got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. I appreciate y'all coming in from the cold, and I'm glad I could help you out. Now, you can't stay too long, but you might as well wait out the storm here. Help yourself to the provisions, but I'm gonna go to sleep."
Right. Well, thank you. We appreciate your hospitality, and we wouldn't want to overstay our welcome. If you can just point us in the right direction, come morning, then we'll get out of your hair.
Oh, sure. And with that, he kicks his boots off, lays down on the bed in sort of that half sitting up position, and he's got the shotgun laid across his chest. And 5 minutes later, he's snoring.
Nothing more comfortable than that sight.
Now that he's asleep, I mean, where are his belongings and stuff?
Well,
Are
the
there
chest
any
at
other rooms, or
there's the door beyond. The
yeah,
chest
I mean,
at the
other than the obvious thing that I want to open.
The chest at the foot of his bed had much the same thing. The strange thing is, he didn't change his clothes or anything, and the chest, you went through it and it was still full. Like, it had, just like the other 3 chests, they workman's clothes, maybe some few trinkets and whatnot.
Does he look like he's been living in those clothes?
Yeah, they don't smell great.
Yep. Ulrich, you seem like you've got a keen eye out on keeping a watch on things. I'm gonna go to sleep. You wake me if there's any trouble. All right.
Certainly.
Mags, what you doing?
I mean, I still want to kind of. I feel I'm still stuck like glue to Maybell's side. I'm not really comfortable leaving her right now.
Okay.
I'm also not that interested in rooting around this man's stuff. I'm not quite sure why that's the play.
Are you going to go to sleep?
No.
Okay. Now you all need to take a rest of some sort, or you will have some challenges the next day, being overly tired. But if you all want to sleep in shifts, if you want to keep an eye on Maybell throughout the night, what have you.
Thanks. Keep a keen eye on your sister. Wake the good sheriff up if anything happens. I'm gonna go investigate these other buildings while I have the opportunity. See if there's a line or something. Maybe we can get out a message.
To whom?
Anyone.
All right. Just be careful.
Swift as water. And I'm gonna grab his coat and head outside.
Okay. When you open the door, it is gonna let in a big gust of cold air. And he goes back to sleep. Where are you headed?
So, you said there were some other buildings visible?
Yep, there were two. The one that he brought your horses into, and the other one that was sort of half buried.
And
That's
now
about
that
100 feet away.
now that I've got a little bit of protection from the element, can I perceive if there are any lines from any building leading anywhere?
There are not. You're like telegraph lines or something like that?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
How far away is this other building?
About 100 yards.
I mean, I'm out here. I might as well go check it out.
Hey, Justice.
Yes.
I actually don't remember, but does sleeping put my magic points back?
You know, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and read. You do have that device though that
Right.
that sort of may or may not fill up your magic points. But if you want to look that up real quick.
Oh, it's 1 point per hour. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll sleep those back then. I'll sleep them back. It's fine.
As you approach the building, it's got a low, flat roof that looks like it's got a lot of. It's hard to tell with the snow, but it looks like there's dirt on top of the roof. It looks like it's been dug out, and then the building's been built up inside this pit, and the dirt has been thrown back on top. There's
Okay.
a short 3 steps down in, and there's a heavy wooden door.
All right, I'm going to get my Colt ready just in case. And open the door.
It's dark inside.
Shit. Do I have a match? Can I have a match?
Roll for luck.
Shit. That is a regular success.
Yeah, you've got a few matches. You got 3 matches in your vest pocket.
Perfect. I'm gonna light one up, hold it out in front of me. Maybe, actually, no, near the door. See if there's any lanterns or anything.
There are no lanterns, and the wind whips up and blows your match out.
Fuck. Hello?
There's no answer. You got 2 more matches.
Damn. So am I just standing outside the door having opened it?
You tell me. You said you had the match near the door. That's why I blew it out for you.
Okay. I'm gonna take a half a step in, right side first with my gun, and then kind of feel around the wall. If there's any like key holders or anything like that.
There's nothing. As you're in, let's say the door is sort of in the middle of the building, and there's nothing to the left, nothing to the right. But you sense that it's not a very deep building.
Damn. All right, I'm gonna back out.
You're not gonna light your other match.
I don't know if I want to step all the way in without having one hand on the door. Hold on. Let me see. What's Ulrich gonna do here? He's gonna step in and light his other match.
Okay. You step in, you light the match. It flares into light, and there in front of you, lining the far wall, are crates of dynamite. Before you blew the match out, you saw 3 crates to the left side, on aligning the left wall, that were sawdust-packed glass globes.
Interesting. I'm gonna put the gun away and using my visual memory, just reach out for where the dynamite was, take a couple, and then head on back.
Okay. You go back into the main lodge there.
Yep.
Okay. Mags, were you doing anything while he was out and about?
Just watching over Belly.
Okay. All right. Give me a first aid check
Yes, sir.
or medicine, whichever one you would prefer.
We're gonna go with first aid. Ooh. Oh. That is a what? I rolled a 1.
That's a rootin' tootin'
That's a rootin' tootin' super dootin' success.
super dootin'. I think I did that earlier.
Super dude.
I'm so funny. Okay. You noticed that Belly was very pale, and you've been applying that cloth that they put some water on to her forehead, and some of the colors started to come back to her cheeks.
So I'm gonna keep that up then. If it's working. And I just kind of like lightly sing to her under my breath, like a lullaby from when we were kids.
You come back in there, Ulrich.
Yeah, can I as I'm coming back, I want to just strain my ears and eyes to see if I'm perceiving anything through this wind.
On the outside?
Yeah.
Give me a spot hidden.
Ooh, success by 1 point.
Besides the howling wind, the box canyon around you, there's no nothing else immediately apparent.
Okay. And when I come back in, I'd like to take care to open it only as much as I need. Squeeze through and close it.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
Nope. That is just a regular failure.
Okay. As you go to try and sneak the door open, a gust of wind comes in and blows the door open, and it slams against the far wall, and Albin bolts up out of bed with the shotgun ready. Who's there? What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing wearing my coat?
Sorry, Albin, had to take a smoke. I'm gonna push the door closed.
You smoking in this weather? You are a crazy man.
Calms my nerves. I'm gonna
Roll me
Just-
fast talk.
head back to sleep. Very not good at that.
You fail.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. What are you doing out there? You aren't smoking.
Do I get to the door closed?
Yeah.
It's fine, old man. Calm down. I was just searching around and seeing if I could find anything myself. Perhaps a way to get our bearings, if you would permit. I hang his coat back up. We just do not know where we are, unfortunately, so I was trying to find some way of getting a bearing.
When I told you where you was, your 14-day ride to Cheyenne and 4-day ride to Scotts Bluffs.
I know. I know what you told us, okay? And I don't not believe you.
Y'all are some strange folk.
Most
Y'all
certainly.
need to clear out as soon as this snowstorm stops. I don't trust you.
Hand to God.
He kind of shuffles up and puts the shotgun back on his lap and back to snoring. Sheriff Rex, did you wake up during that altercation there?
Probably one of those where I had the hat over my eyes and just kind of peek out from underneath it, see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay.
Max.
What?
Searching around in the other building down the way. Got a bunch of these.
You got any more?
Well, there's a whole building of them. But there's also some strange items in there. Some glass orbs. Have you seen something like that in your time with Taft? Taft? What was his name? Was it
Tad.
Taft? Tad.
Glass orbs. I don't recall anything like that.
Well, regardless, it stands to reason there'd be dynamite with a mine shaft, but why would it be out in the other building if he has the entrance here? Maybe it just makes him nervous. Makes me nervous.
I mean, would you want to sleep right next to that? Not everybody keeps under their pillows like I do.
Fair
You
enough.
didn't hear that.
Just let's keep the roof on this building. How you feeling?
Truth be told, I could use a break, but I'm loath to leave Belly here without someone to watch over her.
I got a little bit left in me, and then I'll wake up Rex. You climb up there and get some rest.
Okay, but keep dabbing her with the cloth. It's helping. I know it is, and it's sing to her because it's helping too.
Yeah, I'm sure I know a hymn or two.
And I climb up into the bunk and pass the F out.
Yeah, y'all have had a long couple days. Why don't you roll me first aid or medicine as well, Ulrich?
I'm gonna roll first aid.
Probably.
Success by 1 again. Oh.
All right. You keep dabbing at her head, sing her a few songs there, and she was starting to run a fever. It looked like she was starting to break out into sweats, and that sort of stopped as well.
Good.
You gonna pass the rest of your shift uneventfully?
Yeah, actually, right at the tail end of it, before I wake up Rex, seeing that Maybelle's getting a little bit better, I'm feeling mighty hungry. I might eat something and then wake up Rex.
Okay. If you go investigate the shelves there, there are it's quite a stock of dry goods. You've got let's just say that there's bags of flour, bags of beans, lots of unopened cans of just about anything you could possibly want. Coffee, sugar. There's even a barrel of salted beef, peaches, pears. Looks like there's a little bit of everything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I peruse a little bit.
Do a little shopping.
Yeah. Pick and mix. And then, Rex. Wake up.
Mm.
Been a
Well,
few hours.
Okay. Anything crazy?
You recall that other building down the way when we were coming in?
Yeah, I heard you say you went to take a look at it. What'd you find?
Filled with dynamite.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole building? Or what?
That's all I recall seeing. Being dark out there, I lit a match, and seeing that, I quickly put it out. But there were 3 crates and what appeared to be glass orbs in them. I don't recognize what that might be, but considering the things that we have seen so far, maybe an oddity.
Yeah, I can I'm gonna look around. Is everybody else asleep except for me and Orc at this point?
As far as you can tell.
Right. Well, maybe we can take a closer look in the morning then. When it's hopefully all of us are back in a little bit better shape.
Yeah, hopefully this storm passes quickly. I cracked some beans and peaches for you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you get some rest. I got it from here.
And I'll take it.
And I'm just gonna kind of quietly pace around, checking the windows every now and then, looking over at our friend in bed. But I would love to explore, but if everyone else is asleep, I'm not going far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to look after Belly as well?
Yeah, I mean, if he didn't give me those instructions, so I don't know to do the whole singing thing. But I will probably check on her every now and then, like try and see if I can
My bad.
change like a cool cloth on her face and that sort of thing.
Roll me first aid or medicine.
Yeah. Do you want me to kill her? I don't understand. Why am I doing this?
He waterboards me.
You first aid. Okay, well 30% default, so that's what I'm gonna go with that. Nope, I failed.
Okay. You don't hurt her, but
you don't. I would say if I think that she is still having a really rough time, I would think by now I should have had enough hours for the magic that I've spent to have hopefully regenerated.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask you because I don't actually know.
yeah, we'll say yes. Rules are unimportant.
Cool. Then I just without penalty, maybe just if I can just magic hit. But no, I think the only way for me to do this is to spend.
You have to
Fuck,
spend
man.
power to make it last forever, right?
Yeah.
But it leaves horrific scars if you do that.
So theoretically, her body is healing over time right now, anyways.
Yeah.
Would my temporary healing at least aid in the fact that she is sleeping, resting, and like it is helping her have more peaceful rest? Would it be possible to kind of do that to help assist in her self-healing, perhaps?
I think that is a wise assumption.
Then even though it might be more temporary stuff, I'm going to try and ease whatever pain there is to hopefully help get her to sleep a bit longer, better.
Okay.
Yeah. Which according to this, after blah blah, so that's 11 temporary hit points.
I think she was already maxed out, but
Okay.
I was
Um,
not. I didn't get any hit points back the last time he did it.
oh, okay.
Did you? You should have last time.
No one told me if I was supposed to get them back. but that gets me back up to my max.
Okay. The rest of the night passes uneventfully. You all get turned sleeping. You all recover some of your exhaustion that you had been feeling over the last couple days. I mean, you've had a rough couple days, right? You were traveling and then you just got popped right out of there. Albin wakes up the next morning and he starts puttering around, making some coffee, sort of muttering to himself, "Dad, I come in my place and I gotta go down into the mine. I'm gonna go get me some more silver. It's about that time."
Is it storyteller?
Yes.
Is it reasonable that because I slept the entire time, everyone else was taking shifts, that I might wake up before the others?
Normally I would say yes, but sorry, my contact just messed out.
Hate that.
Sheriff Rex used a little bit of magic on you to help you recover, so I'm gonna say that you didn't get up earlier.
Okay.
But when you do wake up, you feel much better. Maybe still a little groggy, and that lingering headache, but you don't feel like you got blown up by dynamite.
I'll kind of look around the room and try and piece together what I thought happened and probably what actually happened the previous night. And seeing Albin moving around in the cooking area, I'll get up and go over and just say, "Sir, I'm real sorry for my behavior yesterday. I wasn't right myself."
No problem, Missy. What behavior? There's nothing to be apologetic for.
I was a bit rude, not only to you, but my companions. And at any rate, I'm Maybelle.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am. My name is Albin Porowski.
Albin, you said that this is your home?
This is my cabin for the time being.
Pretty unique place.
I'm mighty proud of it. Not as proud as I am of my silver. I mean, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, is that what's over here? And I'll go and just immediately try and open the double doors.
No, whoa. And he actually pulls a shotgun on you. Now, you don't go into a man's shaft like that.
I'm sorry.
Why don't you put that gun down?
Nah, I've been very nice and I've been hospitable and I've shared my beans and coffee with y'all. And even a can of my pears, it looks like. But you don't go down into sudden... hey, that's claim jumping. Claim jumping will get you shot.
I'm sorry. Look, I suffer from a right bit of curiosity. I apologize for invading your space. I don't know what came over me. Could I have some water?
Oh, yeah, there's a spring well over there. Go ahead and help yourself.
Still got his gun on her?
Yeah, till she walks away.
Could you...
Yeah, you go ahead and back off of my shaft there.
Hey,
Don't go putting your hands on it.
Stop.
Albin, now, if it were me, and now maybe this seems crazy, you start with, "Hey, don't touch the door to my shaft," and then you raise the shotgun after the non-compliance, rather than jumping straight to pulling out said shotgun.
You seem like you're civilized folk, and that's not how we do things out here in the wilderness. Claim jump's a serious claim.
I have no interest in any silver. I apologize. If you would just lower the weapon.
All right. I'll sit it down, but it's right here.
I'll take very slow steps, sort of circling him, and then I'll head over to the water pump, but I'll make eye contact with Dallas as I do so.
Where's Ulrich and Mags right now?
I hazard a guess the commotion has woke them.
Yeah, I was definitely asleep at the start of this, but given all the kerfuffle happening, I think at this point I'd be awake.
And he to be clear, he's no longer pointing shotgun at Maybell.
That's correct.
Okay. And where did he put it?
He just lowered it.
Do I think I'm faster than him?
Oh no.
You gonna shoot this poor man?
I am thinking that if does he look fast? In my experience of dueling, does he feel like he would beat me with a full-size shotgun?
Well, the difference would be him lifting the shotgun and firing without having to aim, and you have to draw from the hip and aim.
Yeah, we're pretty close, aren't we? This is point blank.
Storyteller.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yes.
Keen observer that I am. You know, if he just sort of found this place, it was a mine. Is that shotgun loaded?
Give me spot hidden. See if you can tell.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
I feel like this
Don't-
one has to be at least a hard success for me to know.
Don't push it.
Don't push it?
The consequences could be poor if you push a roll when you're dealing with firearms. I'm just saying.
But he's kind of got like crazy eyes and not. All right, I'm gonna spend a luck to make this a success.
Regular success?
Yeah.
You can tell that the hammers are cocked. It's hard to tell from where you're standing whether or not he's got shells loaded in there. I think they had shells at the time. Yeah, they had primers.
Now, Albin, a man like you seems like you know a good business deal when you see one. And you seem like a man who always has a plan. And as you can tell with us, we just kind of walked in out of the storm, quite literally, after getting ourselves into some trouble. And as you might be able to tell by our lack of fine attire, we are, and I'm going to be kind of trying to make my way just slightly over to him while I'm doing this, fast talk style. I think we might be able to have some mutually beneficial exchange here. Maybe we, help you out with whatever task you're trying to complete, and, maybe we just, yes.
No, as he's fast talking and moving closer, when I feel like he's within arm's reach, I'm going to feign falling to the ground and make quite a lot of noise doing so.
Okay. What's your intention here, Sheriff Rex?
I do want to get close enough. Like, I'm not intending to kill the guy. And I will tell you, storyteller, my intent is I would like to not have a loaded shotgun in the hands of a crazy man. So I'm at least going to take and unload it for now. But I just want to get close enough to where I think I could hopefully surprise him and just kind of grab and push him away from it, sort of thing.
Okay.
During this,
Yes.
I'd like to state that when I awoke to the commotion and seeing the gun and all that, I probably had one hand on the eye and one hand on my gun. So at this point, seeing all this, I'm going to train and aim.
Okay. Mags, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
um. Well, there's so much happening. I I'm just going to like hands up to try to inch my way over toward where Maybell is.
Okay. So you've climbed down off of your bunt
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
Mason, are you actually trying to persuade him to what you're saying, or are you trying to fast talk him?
I was going for fast talk, but yeah, I was trying to fast talk, keep his attention, wheeling and dealing style.
Okay. Roll me fast talk. Roll me charm.
Got a critical success.
Maybell.
Hard success.
So he's going to. He's watching you. He doesn't have the shotgun raised. He's watching you as you come closer, Sheriff Rex. Yeah, will you just keep on? And then Maybell is going to faint. Well, goodness gracious, young lady, I didn't mean to scare you none. And he's going to set his shotgun down and shuffle over. Now, just look, it's my silver mine, and I got to keep safe. And that's all I'm saying. There's no need to have a fainting fit.
Oh, goodness.
A case of the vapors.
And I will spend as long as I possibly can. Like, I'll do the thing from old movies where if he tries to help me out, I'll, like, get up halfway and then feign fainting again. For as long as I feel that it takes for Dallas to take care of whatever he's doing.
So he leaned the shotgun against the wall and rushed over to help her.
Then if I can quietly, like very quickly, just it's like a break action. Yeah, if I could just quickly take it and unload the chambers then.
Give me sleight of hand. Maybell, Ulrich, what are you doing when Belly drops?
I think Mags was inching closer.
Yeah.
Can I push my roll?
How would you push a sleight of hand roll?
That is what I was just trying to think of while asking.
Well, if I don't know if it can really work this way, but I would say that when I finally, like in my just woken state, see what's going on, I move from inching toward Maybell to kind of like coming over to help distract with the whole fainting shenanigans.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
We'll give you advantage with the sleight of hand roll if with Maybell running or Mags running cover.
All right, I have an idea for pushing my roll in case this doesn't work out. Hooray! Okay. Almost a heart. This is a regular success.
Okay. Yeah, you're familiar with this particular brand of carriage gun, and you break it down, pull the two shells out, close it, put it right back with no one the wiser.
I'll make my way appropriately over to Maybell because she is clearly in distress. Mabel, you all right?
Oh, I don't know what came over me. It was so much excitement with the doors and the gun, and I think I'm okay now.
She's frazzled. She just needs more time. Everyone just needs to kind of back off.
Megs, will you help me get some water?
Absolutely.
You fine folks probably need to rest up a little bit more. You looked like you was in a rough bit of shape.
Yeah. I find myself a little bit restless this morning. I think I might go for a short walk in the cool air, clear my head.
Well, be careful out there. You go too far and you lose yourself in a blizzard like this.
Right. Yeah.
The wind is still blowing. It's not snowing as hard, but it is still, you can still hear it howling out there.
As I'm going to make my way over to the door. Oh, Belly, can you come here a sec?
What is it?
Well, you're Mags, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry. I'm just very protective, and I won't let anyone else talk to her right now.
You now respond to both names?
Yeah.
Because she's not.
Yeah, what'd you
capable.
need? What's up?
Yeah, yes, Dallas.
You just be careful, okay? I'm going to take her hand and kind of palm the two shells, kind of like interposing her between me and the guy and just kind of hand them over.
Drops him.
I was going to say, we got to do a sleight of hand here.
Thank you, Dallas. You know, I always feel safer with you around. And I'll wink at him as he turns to leave.
I'm going to go look at the building that Ulrich was at.
Okay. Albin, you know, he tells you be close, or careful, stay close. And then he says, all right, well, you know, I gotta go mine some silver. I gotta dig deeper and further my shaft today. I got lots of plans. So, you know, help yourself to some coffee. Don't clean me out or nothing like that. I'm trusting y'all. But yeah, you don't want to go wandering out in weather like this, let me tell you. And he grabs a pickaxe and some rope, his shotgun, and opens the door. Inside, you see, when he opens the door, you see like a little alcove there, and there's a lantern hanging on a hook that he takes and lights a match, lights it up, and closes the door behind him and heads into the mine shaft.
Only one lantern?
Only one lantern that you saw. Yep.
I'm gonna take a few matches after this.
Okay. Let's see. Mags, and so Mags, Belly, and Ulrich, you're still in the cabin there.
Yep.
And Sheriff Rex, you are going out to investigate the building that Ulrich checked out.
Yeah, how's visibility this morning?
It's better than the night before. It's still blowing. The wind is still blowing, and the snow is still falling. But there's daylight, and not as bad as it was the night before.
I mean, if there's nothing else crazy that I see, then I'm gonna start just taking a peek in these buildings.
One moment. So there's the two buildings. There's the stable and there's the one that's about 100 yards away. Which one you go into first?
I mean, I'll start closest.
Okay. The stable, you guys saw it briefly last night. You go poke your head in. It looks like he took good care of your horses. You know, he took all the saddles off. There's a pile of Gatling gun in the corner. He put blankets over them, and they all kind of wicker when you come in. And they've got some oats strewn about, some feed bags, or he filled up the troughs there. So they had plenty to eat. The water is a little frozen, so you might need to break that and make sure that they're doing all right. But otherwise, it just looks like a stable. The one, once again, the strange fact being that there were 4 stalls there, and there are no horses, no dung either.
But all of our horses are okay.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
They haven't mysteriously been eaten or
Yeah,
anything.
they're all in one piece. They're not like just
They're all in.
Yeah, it's just one giant horse ball.
Oh God!
Horse king.
16,
Horse king.
16 legs.
Talk about eldritch horror.
That's the thing
Yeah.
right there.
I mean, if
Horse
there's nothing,
centipede.
if nothing's different, everything's okay here. I'll just keep going on to the next, and then the next.
Okay. And so now that the sun is out, when you open the door to the sort of underground shed, and you can see in the light there is this layer of snow, but there's also dirt packed around the sides as well. Basically, this looks like a building that, if something blew up under most circumstances, it would be arranged in such a way to help decrease the amount of damage it could do.
Okay. And do I see weird sawdust contraptions or whatever it was you said they were?
On the left side of the building, there are 3 crates of filled with sawdust, and they have glass globes in them that, if you look a little closer in the daylight, you can tell that they have a liquid inside of them.
Gotcha. Okay, so they are. So that it is not a glass globe filled with sawdust. It is suspended in sawdust for packing, so that it
Correct.
presumably
Yes.
does
Sorry.
not leak or explode.
Correct.
Is it nitroglycerin?
Let's see here.
It's not nitroglycerin.
Not nitro. I was
How does it
looking
taste,
earlier
Justice?
to see if. Yeah. Go ahead and turn some up.
I drink it.
Tell you superpowers.
Die.
Get fire breath
Exploding
like last
powers.
It's a
I
superpower you can only use once.
don't have anything that would be a great check on this, so I'm gonna have you just do a hard intelligence roll.
Okay. Oh no. Nope. That's a fail.
You don't know what this is. It seems strange.
And that's
But-
just it. It's just like sitting on top, like it's a globe filled with a clear, like a liquid.
It's a crate that has the glass, think maybe 6
Okay.
to a crate, and then there's sawdust packed in around them.
Well, I don't know for sure what it is. I'm a little afraid to disturb it, but I think if I could gently just pick up one of them and walk back, because I figured Mags may know better about what this is.
They're about hand size
Okay.
globes.
Like perfect grenade size.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm before I go exploring any further. Actually, you know what? I will go to if there's one building further, right?
Nope, there's just the 2 buildings.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna take this back. Then I'm gonna take one of these. I'm gonna leave the dynamite because I don't know if I don't know what's going on. They could be unstable, whatever. So I'm just gonna gently pick up one of these and carry it back.
Dynamite. Okay. Mags, Maybell, Dallas, or Ulrich, is there anything that you'd like to do while Sheriff Rex is out?
Oh, I will 100% tear this room apart and look for inclinations as to what nefarious thing this guy is doing out here alone. Because I know there's
Nefarious? What?
something. Listen,
I'll be searching as well, using all my knowledge of bounty hunting to to assist.
So
I'll use
you
all
all
my
have checked-
knowledge of diary hiding.
check the trunks.
Hey, together.
There
Our powers
is
combined.
on the left side. There's the desk, and there's another trunk, and then the supplies, the mining supplies, and everything, and the dry goods stores. What would you like to look at? Mags as well, if there's anything that you'd like to.
So say again, there's the dry goods store, the
On the left side of the building over here, there's like this store near the front that's all the dry goods, the water, the well right there, the little pump. There's a chest that's sitting next to a desk, and then there's like the mining equipment up near the top.
yeah, I want to investigate the mining equipment.
Okay.
Is there anything that looks like it might have been disturbed recently or tampered with in some way? Like especially, I'm thinking of the dry goods, but if I see anything that looks like it could have been altered in some way to hide something, that's what I would like to look for.
Okay.
Just about to say, I'm gonna check floorboards and portraits or anything hanging on the wall.
Guys, watch Albin just be like some nice guy who's trying to help us survive, and we're just
Not in this
Wait.
world.
Way too in our heads to let that be the case.
Yeah.
All of you go ahead and roll me spot hidden.
Am I back yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay, I didn't think so.
That's a regular success.
Okay.
That's nice.
Failure.
That's a super duper success.
All right. So Mags, you're looking at the mining equipment there, and it's standard stuff. Some pickaxes, some blasting caps. Actually, there's a barrel there that has some fuse and some blasting caps. There's pickaxe, several coils of rope. Nothing out of the usual there. Nothing hidden or anything like that. Ulrich, with your regular success, you notice that there is where the trunk is sitting. It's sitting on some floorboards, and there's a scraped area in front of the chest where it looks like if you move the chest, there might be something under there. Belly, with a rootin' tootin' success, you start going through the desk. And as you're going through the desk, you find a lot of papers. There's like yield papers, and there's a lot of graphs and charts about vein X, vein Y, and how much yield they got out of it, all in silver. And it looks like, by all accounts, this silver mine was actually doing pretty well. But you do find a hidden latch inside the desk drawer. And when you open that up, there is a journal and a folded piece of paper with a foil seal on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open that like immediately.
Okay. Ulrich, do you move the chest?
Oh boy, howdy I do.
So you move the chest, and perfect out of a movie. There's the little knot hole in the floorboard there, and when you lift it up, there are two canvas pouches that feel pretty heavy. And when you open them up, roll me 2d10s.
9 and 1. Oh, wow.
There are $1,000 worth of silver nuggets, silver dust, and silver chunks in these two bags.
Oh, let's rob him.
We're terrible people.
Man, you guys
I'm gonna put it back. Put everything back just as it was.
Okay, all right. When you rip open the foil, or you open up the foil stamped piece of paper, it's a deed. It is giving right to the Bay Street Investment Company for this mine. It's issued by the Bursar of Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Does that mean anything to me?
Again, not from the West Coast. Bay Street Investment Company, and it says that this mine is named the Bay Street Mine, and holder of this deed owns rights and properties to the mine and everything within.
So, like the literal holder.
This is the Old West.
Oof. Okay. But like not any of the weird markings or anything like that we had seen previously with business transactions. That's
No coiled snakes in the bottom.
yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No scales.
Neat.
And then there's the journal.
I would like to read the journal.
Okay.
Just the last couple entries and like maybe the first couple. Like let's cliff notes this bitch.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first entry is May 7th, 1868.
Okay.
And it's, on the inside the front cover, it says, this journal is property of John Walters of the Bay Street Investment Company.
Okay.
In the first couple pages, it's several days, entries just talking about the basics. It sounds like the party left San Francisco at the beginning of May,
Okay.
early in the spring of this year, heading out with the intent of finding a mine. They had received a tip that there was a rich silver vein in this area. They tried, as you continue reading through the entries, they tried several different places, and on the third time, they struck silver laying near the surface. And that is in this box canyon, which they've called very originally Rattlesnake Canyon. The entries go on to say that they sent a rider back to San Francisco. They came out with plenty of supplies and set up a group of 8 individuals, including John Walters. John Walters does reference their lead miner, the most experienced one among them, as Albin, claiming that Albin knew when they had struck it that this was going to be a rich mine. The last entry states that they blasted that day, and they opened up a cavern of some sort. There's one more entry after that that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. It says something about voices. It said something about losing a man down the shaft. And that's it. It kind of peters off.
Great, cool. So I'm going to fold up the deed into a small square, and tuck it into the bosom of my dress. What's left of my dress, I suppose. And that was a weird, creepy, slow nod X. I did not like that. And then I'll turn to the others and kind of probably mostly Mags, and show her the last couple of entries, but I'll also point out the part where they said that their lead miner was named Albin.
And somewhere in there, because it took you a little while to read through that, Sheriff Rex does come back, so you were able to read some of those entries out loud and share that news if you so choose.
I don't feel right about staying here anymore.
Yep.
What? How is Albin here alone now? What happened to the other man?
Do we? Is the door locked, by the way? Did we happen to? Did I miss that we locked the door behind him or barricaded it or anything? No, we didn't. I might just kind of, as I'm talking, kind of like drag a chair over and see if I can bar the door slightly. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about any of this.
If he's a murderer, that's one problem. But he talks about this cavern. We've seen a lot of strange things over the past couple of days, couple of weeks. I guess couple of months if we're going by calendars.
Couple of months, yeah.
What if there's more?
More what?
More evil.
I'm sure there's evil all throughout the world. I don't know if we can fix all of it. I feel like we're already really late for the thing we're supposed to be doing. I mean, is the world over already? Maybe this guy's all that's left. We don't know.
We got the spike. We took care of the original problem. We're here. Why not take care of this too? I don't know what you all are laughing about. What's the point of existing if you're going to let bad things happen all around you?
It's not like we have a home to return to when we're done with this. We may as well see this through as deep as it gets.
Ulrich, what do you think about that?
I think based on what she's found, I think he should answer a few questions for us before we decide what it is we're going to do. Perhaps they were all crazy mining accidents. Or perhaps there is something nefarious down in there. Regardless, the
way-
man is mad.
I own the mine now.
Huh?
That's how this works.
No, and I'll start digging around for what I just shoved down my shirt and pull it out. I own the mine now.
All right, so then it looks like this is a problem we can solve whenever you want.
We're here now, though. Why do you want to go to Cheyenne so bad?
I want to be done with what I have agreed to do. Is it still blizzarding outside? I look at Rex.
Is it storytelling? Like, how bad was it?
It's uncomfortable, especially with only one coat if you rob poor Albin.
Do we know where we are right now? Do we ever figure out, like, on a map roughly where we would be? Like,
Hey,
which
you're
direction?
14 days ride from Cheyenne and 3 to 4 days ride to Scottsbluff.
Yeah,
I
I
told
do.
you.
I
You
do
hear his
remember- I
voice
remember that.
echoing.
Yeah, I do remember that. I don't know that helps me, the player. Unless, does that mean geographically? I'm like, of course, we're like, we just got to take the turn at Albuquerque. Like, I don't know what the.
So Scottsbluff is on that northern line of that
Okay.
connection of rivers and things that you all were taking, and Cheyenne is like this. So you can't see that because of the camera. So Big Springs, let's say, is right here. Cheyenne was a ride down the railroad to here, and you could, somewhere in here you could fork off and go down to Denver if you so choose, and then Scottsbluff is right up in here, so it creates kind of a.
So, like, we have made no progress.
You are essentially where you stepped into the Valley of Time.
So why didn't we go from here to here? Why are we going here then there?
You all were taking the northern line because that was
That's right.
We didn't
Where?
go straight there. We wanted to stop and get the.
That's right.
there was the message
Like-
that you found on the Ute shaman that mentioned the package being shipped on the northern line. So Logan Boone went straight to Cheyenne,
Dead.
where the Rattlesnake Inn, I think it was. Man,
Sounds about right.
I've used rattlesnake twice.
everything in this.
I need to write
Rattlesnake
down
Canyon.
some different.
It ain't Western if it ain't rattlesnake something.
Yeah.
This is
Um,
Rattlesnake Ranch on Rattlesnake Road.
Seek lodging at the Rattlesnake's Coil, and we'll contact you with further instructions. That was what was written in the note, and that's where the Logan Boone and the remainder of his gang was going ahead of time.
Yes.
My question would still stand. Is it still blizzarding out there?
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Not as bad as it was, I guess. Oh, hey Mags, you know what this is? I'm gonna hand her the
God,
sphere.
I forgot all about it.
Do I? No.
Um,
Should I roll like?
You know what?
explosives?
Roll me. Is there a blacksmith? No. Man.
No, but there's craft.
Oh, explosives. You do know explosives, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me explosives.
Excuse me, Vivi. Can I use these? Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that is a success.
Yeah, you've heard of this. You've Tad mentioned it. Liquid boom is what he called it. Nitro. It is highly volatile and highly explosive, and highly unstable often.
Here you go. Oh.
It's like a quick time event. Drops it, it explodes.
And you all die.
Be very careful with that now, Rex. That's some serious stuff you're messing with.
I thought it might be, which is why I figured you should take. I'm gonna more like hot potatoey, like try and push it on her.
I mean, I'll take it because I want it, but Do I have a way of carrying this that will be safe?
There's the crates.
There's just
sawdust
whole
cracked
crates of 'em.
crates.
Just throw one of these on old Gatlin horse, and I think we got like a
Ah,
whole nother level of. Yeah.
don't
Mabel,
you think
he's-
that poor horse has been through enough?
Well, if you look at it that way, I guess, but you could also look at it that it suffered the most. So if it gets put out of its misery, then maybe maybe it's the one that ought to go.
That sounds like something Ulrich would say.
Yeah, he's rubbing off on me. I'm not sure if I like it or not.
You're welcome.
Justice.
Speaking of, I am of the mindset that if we are to be leaving this place, then we would be doing so already. If we are to be stuck here for any long amount of time, I would not like to find out that he's carrying more shells on his person and would very quickly decide that we are a threat and put us down where we stand.
In our search, did we see any additional shotgun shells?
Yeah. You found a box of cartridges. Mags found one over in the with the supplies. 12 more shells.
Cool. I want to hide those.
Okay.
Also, I found his stash. Motion on over to the trunk. He's got all his silver beneath the floorboards there.
Just
Yeah.
silver?
Do we have
I
any?
didn't find nothing else.
Do we have any evidence that he's done anything wrong other than speculation?
Well, this is why we're going to interrogate him as soon as he comes back.
Well, hold on. We know he lied to us, Mags. It says so right here. Storyteller.
Yes.
Diana has knowledge of mercury poisoning and the
Okay.
kind of effect that can have on the body, and the fact that mercury looks an awful lot like silver. Is any of that knowledge that Maybell might possess? Because if Alden's just crazy, then Alden's just crazy. I shouldn't say crazy. That's not the right word. If he is suffering from mercury poisoning, then he's suffering from mercury poisoning. But if he's a murderer, I'd like to know.
Roll me. I guess that'd be a natural world roll or science. Science would work.
I don't have science on this sheet.
I hear science rules. It's a 1%, so you got to get a 1.
Unless I know that you had taken some specialty things, being your tinkering self.
Yeah,
Top right,
I
below
mean,
rope
I don't know
use.
if that would necessarily be tinkering, but I also have like history and first aid and library use and mechanical repair is not insignificant skills.
I don't think it'd be any of those. So natural world would probably be the best one unless you have something specific.
Okay.
She's got a different sheet than
Yeah,
you all
I have
use.
the-
She
the
printed off a.
regular inserts. I don't have the WoW ones. Okay. Let's look at natural world then. Oh no, that's a really really big fail. Well then, thank you, Typhid, the irradiated idiot. That's very fitting for this point in the story.
Holy crap! Look at all those gifts.
Yeah,
Thanks, y'all.
I failed real bad. I did a dumb.
No, you don't know anything about mercury poisoning.
Well, then yeah, I just think he's a murderer.
That was a good try, though.
Yeah, you know, Diana's way smarter than my character.
Hey, maybe this guy has a reason for being the way he is.
Yeah. You
Do I know he has a reason?
Kill
Kill him.
Yep.
Cool. I would try and I would try and make my way over to the double doors, just like really quietly during this conversation, if it were at all possible, because it's who I am. Oh my god,
Jeez.
you guys, you're
Jeez.
breaking my brain. Please stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you attempting to listen at the door?
No, I'm attempting to open it slightly and sneak in.
Oh, are you trying to sneak in with your compatriots watching?
Well, are they watching me, or are they arguing with each other over whether we should leave?
Well, you roll me. Everybody roll me spot hidden, and you roll me sneak. But
We were talking to you. I was
Yeah,
talking
this-
straight to you.
This
You
is
were
kind of
asking Rex a question about the
That's
weather
right.
middle of
for
And
some
we were-
small
reason.
room.
And we both decided to have our conversation. We did 180-degree turns and faced away from her.
Mhm.
Well, I failed, so this will be interesting.
I
failed.
also failed.
Could I push my roll by
No
doing
one does
like
anything.
the Pink
I
Panther
also failed.
stealth?
Did anybody succeed? All failed.
So, do we all just stand there, T-posing?
Um, well, okay. You all are speaking and arguing, and Mags, you're paying really, really close attention to this bomb you were just handed.
Yeah.
And Maybell starts to sneak away ever so slightly, and she opens the door, and it creaks, and you all sort of see what she's doing. And then from the darkness beyond, you hear and it feels like a voice brushes your ears. You can't quite tell what it's saying, but whatever it is, you want to be closer so that you can really, if you were just a little bit closer, you'd be able to tell what it was. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
That whistling, though.
Now I just hope he's a murderer. Now that's what I hope. Oh,
We're gonna find-
man.
Dead space in the bottom of the fucking mine.
Hey, Katie
All
and
through.
Dyfed, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, holy cow, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot
Yeah,
of
for
gifts.
all
my
those
brain.
gift subs,
Broke my
holy
brain.
cow. So
Yeah,
nice.
thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for the all of the activity in chat, the gift subs, amazing. I would like to, we haven't said this in a while, but everybody is rolling some beautiful hand forged brass dice
Thanks,
by
Daniel.
Gil the Vlogsmith. You know, that dude has some serious talent. Check out his stuff. Shoot him a message. He makes some beautiful stuff. Follow him. Yeah. We'll be back in 2 weeks to find out what's in this creepy mine. This totally normal silver mine that Maybell now owns.
Definitely
Um,
just silver.
It's
Only
my
silver.
mine.
Just silver. My mine.
Mine.
I'm renaming it.
It's my mine. It's the mine. Thank you all so much for tuning in this evening. I know we've been away for a little while, so we really appreciate you all coming back and joining this beautiful, wonderful, amazing cast. I love this game. I love playing with these fine, beautiful folks. We have some cool, exciting stuff coming down the pipe specifically for this game. Diana, do you have the thing that you want to show everybody?
I do. I do, but I'm gonna need a drum roll from everyone
Oh,
first.
drum roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the one, the only Gatlin Horse.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So-
I'll take 3.
our favorite companion has now been turned into this super special piece of art that we're going to be putting on some t-shirts along with one of our favorite phrases from this particular game, Tits, Guns, and Dynamite.
Yeah.
As well as some of our mugs, the mugs from Utensil Company that we love so much. And I really just want to put it on everything, like
That's pretty dope.
frisbees, keychains, bus bench ads, everything.
Meet
Amazing.
Gathering Force. So we're going to be doing a pre-order for some T-shirts for this. We're still figuring out the last of the details, but we're going to put that up on our website, I think, and we're going to run that for about 3 weeks. I think we decided. We haven't. It's going to be around $20-$25 for the T-shirt. We're going to do pre-sale, like we said, and then it'll be delivered to you 2 to 3 weeks after we close out that pre-sale. All the proceeds, well, after we pay for the shirts and everything, they're going to be going towards supporting our wonderful cast here, because we like to compensate them for their time. So the more pre-order shirts that we sell, the more we can thank our cast here. And we will have the mugs available there. We should have some mock-ups by the end of the week that we'll put in our Discord channel. So if you're interested in checking those out, come join us on Discord. We got a lively, fun daily interactions going on over there. A lot of wonderful people. And
We share food a lot.
yeah, we do lots of food. We'll share some pictures of that mock-up once we have it. So around the room real quick, everybody, your outros, who you are, where people can find you, and if you got any fun, cool stuff coming up, we'll go in the same order that we did. So let's start with Miss Mags Monroe.
Well, hello. I'm Emily. I work over at Roll20, little lovely virtual tabletop for playing all your tabletop games with your friends. The director of licensing over there, and you can find me online at Emily the Spoon in all the places.
You
And
forgot to mention that you're a special friend.
I was gonna say.
Oh, I thought I mentioned that at the top, but I can never
I mean,
mention it
you
too
can
many
always say it
times.
more than once, too.
What I am going to keep mentioning how I am Justice and Diana's special friend until there is a piece of Bard and Barbarian merch that says
special friend.
Justice and Diana's special friend,
We can
That-
make that happen.
we
That
can make
only
that
you
happen.
can wear.
but only I get
No.
to get to
I have
buy
merch
it.
like that.
It's it's spirit bound to Emily.
Yeah.
Well, no, it actually says that Emily is the special friend.
Yeah.
That's
that's
There you
We'll
go.
get stickers made.
that
and
way
people can
everyone
put
can
them
wear
everywhere.
it.
It'll
But
be a
the
top
message
seller.
is clear.
Yeah, that is honestly that's really the most important thing you need to know about me is that I am the special friend.
And Mr. Ulrich Wolf.
I am Lord Fancy. I played Ulrich Wolf this evening. You can find me as Lord Fancy on all the things. I'm in chat there. Underscore and an IE over on our channel. Over on my channel. We do D&D on Wednesdays, and we have been picking up. Yesterday's episode was a fucking hoot. So if you're into classic dungeoneering and great role play, we have some awesome people over there. You can also check out my Instagram and stuff for some art that I do on the side.
And what time is Fancy's Fables on?
8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
8 Eastern Standard Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Dallas Rex.
Hey everybody, my name is Mason Dula. You can find me here. Also, you can find most of us tomorrow over on
I
doing
totally
Queue
forgot
Times.
to mention
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, how many of you
Other day
finished
we
your
all played
characters?
together.
Listen, I finished it right away, and then I realized I forgot like 20 points that I needed
Yeah,
to
no,
spend on
I'm-
things.
We're near done, but we're all playing Mage tomorrow over on Queue Times, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be a good time. So you should go check that out too.
Did you say where people can find you and
Oh,
see
you
all
can
the cool
find me
stuff you do?
here on WizardX TV on the Twitch, where we do all sorts of stuff.
And the Twitters and the Instagrams.
Yeah, it's usually either WizardX or WizardX TV. You can find us on all the things.
And last but not least, Ms. Maybelle Monroe.
Hey everybody. I'm still Diana. Still. I've done everything I can to I just want to say, so I've had a really lousy day, just top to bottom. I had a terrible day, but I was looking forward to this game, and I came into it with a headache, and I'm leaving with a smile because you guys are all so great. I'm so happy and full right now. But yeah, you can come and join us for Mage tomorrow for more silliness. Oh man, there's lots that I'm doing right now. What?
It's super serious.
Super serious. There's lots that I'm doing right now. You can catch it all over on Twitter at D'Amico Diana. But I do want to highlight both Friday and Saturday next week. I'll be playing in games for Jasper's Game Day. That first one is going to be with Holly Conrad, Satine Phoenix, Oh My Sophie, 2 guests, and then Fenway is leading that game. And then on Saturday, I'll be playing with Taryn Killam, Shannon Woodward, Julia Madalena, and 2 guests. Todd Stashwick is leading that game, but it's fun games for a good cause. So I'll have those 2 games at the end of next week.
Find all these fine folks on their social medias and give them a follow. They all do wonderful things, and the social media is the best place to find where they're going to be at and what they're doing. You can find me on all the socials as Stash Mandu, and we have a couple cool new things here on Bard and Barbarian. You can find Diana, Lord Fancy, and myself playing some zombies on Tuesdays now, our Dread Rising show. We've done 2 episodes so far. It's a blast. It's it's a hoot when it needs to be a little darker, but the cast is keeping it buoyed, except for poor Lord Fancy. He's playing a different game than everybody else.
Yeah,
he's playing zombie survival, and I think in chat
Okay.
it was Night of the Living Dead and Shaun of the Dead. 2 separate games
Yeah.
were being
To be
played.
fair, I'm reacting exactly as a self-obsessed executive would react.
No,
in-
you guys are doing amazing
a zombie
playing
movie.
your characters out. I'm loving every minute of it. Outbreak Undead is a very complicated and fun system. I highly recommend checking it out. That's 8:30 Eastern on Tuesdays. Like they said, tomorrow Mage. Also next Thursday, you should tune into Mason's channel for Dark Curiosities to continue your Call of Cthulhu love on Thursdays. I think that's all I have. Again, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank my cast. Go and follow these folks. Find their Twitch channels, find their YouTube channels. Give them a follow. That helps. If you have monetary things that you can provide, that is wonderful. Absolutely, we always appreciate it. But that is the lowest thing on our tier. The most important thing is that you enjoy things. Enjoy what we're doing, you have a fun time, and you hang out for a couple hours. But giving those follows and those likes is really important for content creators. So get out there, do that, and keep tuning in. We love you all, we miss you all, and thank you so much.
Who's online? Who can we raid and share the love with?
Simon is doing the Pokemon thing, which I definitely want to go check out tomorrow on the VOD. So
The Pokemon thing. Let's go check out the Pokemon thing. Simon
It's
leads
that-
one of our games on Monday. We
it's
played
that
this
new
one last week.
RPG where you're playing with pocket monsters.
Hasn't that been around since we were children?
No, it's a new RPG. Never mind.
Okay. Anyway,
Just go watch it.
Love you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.